Hey, kia ora, Helen Brown, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling, relaxing type of day. I have done basically as little as possible today, done next to nothing, just resting up my wrist. I currently have the brace. I've had the brace off most of the day and been trying very cautious about using it. It's feeling better today, but I just didn't want to have the brace on today. So I was just sort of like, okay, we're going to sit. We're going to do as little as possible today. So when I do as little as possible today, like today is called a hammock day. What is a hammock day? It is the day where you hang the hammock and you roll yourself into it and you kick back, relax, and snooze, read, watch the scenery, watch the wildlife around you based on where you have your hammock hung. So where do you want to hang your hammock? Is it between a couple of trees on a beach? Is it between a couple of trees in the woods? Is it in the front yard, the backyard, on the front porch? Where do you hang your hammock? Where do you want to have? You don't have a hammock hung. Where do you want to hang a hammock? Start thinking about what it's like to just kick back in the hammock and just let it gently sway as you look out at the ocean or the lake. Yes, I'm having a hammock at the lake. You look out at the ocean or the lake, you listen to that water lapping up against the shore, and a gentle breeze is just gently swaying you, lulling you into sleep on a beautiful day where the temperature is perfect and everybody has that perfect temperature. So, whatever your perfect temperature is, imagine yourself there and you're just processing, thinking through things, letting the fresh air of nature, just breathing in that fresh air and listening to the sounds around you. You may even have, I try not to do this in a hammock, but you may even have like AirPods in and listening to music, listening to an audio book. But whatever you do, you're just gently swinging in a hammock and you may just doze off, have a nap or two. But yeah, that's kind of been our day to day, although I don't have a hammock to hang. So I wasn't hanging a hammock, but I did some fun stuff with Zeffie today. We had some playtime together and some snuggle time, and she doesn't get the snuggle piece though. We're still having to work on that. I think it comes from the first time she got on the bed with me after I let her out of the crate to sleep wherever she wanted to sleep, and it was a particularly warm night, and she goes and curls up in the small of my back, and that is like the worst place ever. Because if the small of my back is hot, my whole body is hot. And so I told her no at that time, and she's kind of taken that to heart and not come back and snuggled with me. And I'm sort of like, no, I want you to snuggle. So I was trying to teach her how to snuggle today, and it was so funny. Because I'd be laying there on the bed on my side, and I was like, come here, come snuggle. So she'd come over, and her head would be about where my stomach is, and then she'd have her butt up in the air where my head is. And expecting me to give her a butt scratch. That was her idea of a snuggle. And I'm sort of like, yeah, no, it doesn't work that way. But I eventually got her around the right way and just snuggled around her and threw the blanket over both of us. And we laid like that for all of 2 minutes. And then she's like, yep, no, I'm done. I'm like, it's okay. Come back here. But every time I called her back, every time I told her I wanted to snuggle, she'll come over to me, put her head down by my stomach, put her butt up in the air, and what butt scratches. She cracks me up. And then I was sitting on the recliner just reading. Was I reading? Yeah, I was reading. And she comes over, and so I just start singing the what should we do with the drunken sailor? But I thought, what shall we do with the puppy dog? And she starts singing along with me doing this whiny thing, and I managed to capture it on video. So if you want to see it, it's on Facebook, it's on Instagram, and it's on TikTok, and it'll also be on YouTube as well. But it's really cute with her little whines and everything. She was so cute, just trying to sing along with me and tell me her story as well. So that was kind of fun. And then later on, I thought, oh, we haven't played with any of her puzzle toys for a while. So I got one of them out, and it's got these bits that you have to slide. You hide treats on this toy thing, and she's got bits. She's got these pieces that she has to pick up and take off in order to get to the treat underneath, and then that unlocks the sliding pieces. And one of them she kind of like poured at till it like fell out, and the other one she picked it up in her mouth and dropped it. And then she was able to move the sliding pieces to get to the treats underneath. But it also has a drawer that has a little rope thing on it, and she's like pouring at this thing on the top, and somehow her nail got down through the little slit, and it hit the edge of the drawer and popped the drawer open. So she was able to open it and get the treat that was in the drawer without using the rope. So I thought that was pretty handy. And then I was trying to teach her how she's got a lever that you got to push, and it pushes out a drawer, and there's a treat in the drawer. And so I was trying to teach her how to push with, and every time I said push, and I would push the lever, then I would put everything back in. And she's like waiting. She's sitting there and she's like looking at where the drawer comes out, not paying attention to how to push, but looking to where the drawer comes out to see if she could grab the treat before it came. She eventually got it open, but not with pushing. She did the clawing thing again, and the nail got down in the slot and pulled it open. But we had fun with that, and then we had another bit of a snuggle because I was sitting on the floor at the time, and so I had to come over and sit safe. And when I tell her to sit safe or stand safe or come safe, that's when she comes. If I'm standing, I'll have my legs apart, and she comes and stands between my legs. If I'm sitting on the recliner, she'll come and sit between my legs, and she loves doing that. She loves sitting there and just letting me just scratch her chest and under the chin and on top of her head, and she just loves that. So I was trying to do that with her on the floor, and she didn't quite get the same message. I'm like, okay, we need some more training on this. But it was just a nice, relaxing day of doing nothing. I'm feeling hungry. Did I have lunch? Yes, we did have lunch. We had lunch. So we've had a very nice, quiet day. Had there been a hammock around, we probably would have been in the hammock. Although not outside, because it's like 99 outside today, so we wouldn't have been outside. But we had that visualization going. So yeah, it was a very nice, relaxing day after the week I've had with the busy Monday, Tuesday thing, then doing 4 days of classes. It was just a nice way just to kick back and relax and get ready for the week, because I have another week coming up where I am working for 2 days. Actually, I'm working 2 days, then I'm at Networking Riches for 2 days, and then I'm at another conference for 2 days. So I've got a busy week, and that takes me up to next Sunday, which will be another hammock day. And so, yeah, Networking Riches is this week, Wednesday, Thursday. If you don't have your ticket yet, go to havetotnetwork.com. It's scrolling across the bottom of the screen here somewhere. And click on that, and you'll be able to register for free as my guest. See, I like giving away stuff. And you'll be able to come as my guest. But that's going to be awesome. So we've got 2 days of regular stuff, then 2 days Networking Riches, then 2 days at another conference, learning lots of other stuff on genealogy, and then we're back to kind of a normal routine, whatever that looks like. But I do know this week I will be working on my project board, and my project board is where I put up what my projects are going to be, and I break everything down into small steps and into smaller steps. So when I have a few minutes, I can go up to my project board and go, what needs to be done? I'll go do that one. So it's a way of me getting through projects, and like I said, I'm getting back to basics, and that's one of the basics that I've got away from. And suddenly I realized, oh yeah, the reason I got away from it is because I hung up the curtain back here so you couldn't see the mirror on the camera. But then I've got the curtain they've got these big round things in the top of the curtain, and I've got them all on hooks, so it's very easy to take it off. So I'm like, this week we'll be cleaning the mirror and putting projects up, and whenever I have to do Zoom calls, the curtain goes up. So that's what we're going to do. And I've got a little figured in these that I just stand here on the seat and reach across and lock it all up. So I got that worked out. So back to basics this week, getting the plans in place. So it's going to be a good week. And today was a really good refreshing day, resetting day, recharging day, especially resting with my thumb. I mean, the wrist feels fine. It's just the actual thumb with the tendons in the thumb. It's amazing. You don't realize how often you use your thumb until you can't use it. Like whenever I go to use hand soap in my bathroom, as a pump one, and I always put my thumb on top to press it down, and I always use my right hand and I go to use my right hand. I'm like, yeah, no, I can't do that. So I got to reach across. So I moved the soap over to the left-hand side to remind me to use my left hand, not my right hand. So just making little adjustments like that, and we'll probably be like that for a couple of days and see how that goes. And because I want it good and strong again, because I got a lot of stuff that I need to do this week. So taking really good care of things. So where are you hanging your hammock? If you don't already have a hammock hung, where is the ideal place that you want to hang a hammock? Maybe it's one of those hammock places that you do off the side of a cliff face. Yeah, this girl ain't going to do that. I'm adventurous to a point. But I know there's some people who like to literally, there are places where you can literally hang a hammock on a cliff face and spend the night there. I'm like, not this girl. But I totally get there are people out there who would be like, yeah, let's go do that. Yeah. And I'm like, let them do it. Everybody's different for a reason. Everybody is unique. Everybody has their own limitations and everything else. And who am I to stop somebody from doing something that they love, unless they're putting their life in danger? But, on those sorts of things, that's what they want to do. So just let them go. But yeah, it's a very different, a very different way to sleep. And I'm sort of like, yeah, I don't mind doing a hammock between a couple of trees, but mine is going to be down by the lake. Not sure yet if I'm going to have it on the porch or if I'm going to have it on a couple of trees. Probably on the porch, because then I'm not going to hurt the trees. Yeah, we hug trees. I'm a tree hugger. Those that have stuck around with me long enough know that I am a tree hugger. I love to hug trees. And I used to go down in the backyard when we were in Virginia. We had all these trees. And just when you're feeling like you just needed to let go of some stuff or stress, you go hug a tree. And it's amazing the calmness that comes over you. And if you don't think that plants don't have feelings, there is so much scientific proof out there about that, where they have done things with, the dome things, where they have given them the same amount of water, the same amount of food, and, given them exactly the same environments, except one difference. One was hearing words of affirmation and love. The other one was not. It was either being ignored or it was fed negative stuff. And it was interesting to see how much the one that got the love and the positivity grew over the one that got the negative stuff. So they've done those tests, and they were like these soundproof shell things they were in, so the plants couldn't even talk to each other. And they've proven that fact too with like trees, how trees communicate. In fact, one of the colleges that I do classes with, they have this thing has a wide range of topics. They even have one in there about trees and how they communicate. I'm like, that would be interesting to do. Yeah, about how trees communicate to each other. And it's basically about the life of a tree and how they communicate with each other. They're very much a community-minded plant. They like to be in communities. Sometimes you get them sitting by themselves in the middle of nowhere. It sounds like a very interesting class. I may take that, I may not. I put it on the wish list because I'm not sure. Anything I'm not sure about, I put on the wish list, and then I go back later on and figure out if I'm going to do the class or not. But that was one that came up the other day about the life and the communications of the communication of trees. I think it was called, or communicating with trees, or the communication of trees. One of those two. But I was talking about communicating with trees. So, where is your ideal place to hang a hammock? Where do you want to hang your hammock? I mean, if you're in the Maldives, you might like to, and you're staying in one of those overwater bungalows, they may have hammocks out there in the water where you can go and sit on a hammock over the ocean. Wouldn't that be cool? Where else could you hang a hammock? On a beach. So what are some of your favorite places to hang a hammock so you can just hang out and have a day of doing next to nothing, being completely offline? You can read, you can, but take yourself offline. And that's what I did. Although I'm still puzzled, I have learned, because Sundays I am off the computer as much as possible. Like, I won't go near it unless absolutely necessary, except do my podcast. If it wasn't for my podcast, I would not be on the computer at all throughout at any point in the day. But I was sitting over in the recliner, and I have my business phone over here, and the computer was here, and I was over there, and the iPad's over there, and my new phone's over there. And I was sitting in the recliner, and I'm like suddenly hearing like all these notification bells going off. I'm like, where the heck? I could not find where it was coming from. I don't know if it was from the old phone, the new phone. It was just all around me. Although I seem to think it was coming from the computer. I get on the computer, and did somebody Skype me? And I'm like going through all the notifications, nothing. I'm like, well, that was weird. So who knows? Anyway, where is your favorite place to hang a hammock? And you don't actually have to physically hang a hammock. It could be a hammock day, and you may be in a chaise lounge, on a porch, on a beach, in a recliner, on a rocker. Where is your hammock laid? Where do you hang your hammock? So it's just wherever you go to kick back, relax, put your feet up, and basically do nothing. So that's it from us for today. Have a super fantastic, sparkling rest of your evening. I'm going to go walk a pup now. And we will catch you guys back here tomorrow night at, let me see. Yep, at 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. Jeepers, my calendar looks disgusting. There's so many colors. Oh. I like to color all my appointments and my bits and pieces and everything. I looked at it and I'm like, it's okay. It's good. It's all good. It's all going to work out. I've just got all the classes in that I'm attending in there. I've got networking riches in there. It's going to be a busy week, but it's going to be a totally awesome week. It's going to be super fantastic and sparkling. I need a theme song. Do you have a theme song that you think would work? Open for suggestions. Anyway, let us know in the comment below where you would hang your hammock, and we will catch you guys tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific. Hekonara.